All right, so this is the curriculum analysis for the Glendale Union High School District. This analysis was created by my partner Jody Palmer and myself, Enrique Martinez. So the mission of the Glendale Union High School District is to prepare all students for college and career. So since the mission is to prepare all students, we are focusing on the curriculum for the English Language Learner Department at Cortez High School, one of the 9 high schools in this district. An English language learner or an ELL student is any student whose English is not their native language. This curriculum that we will be analyzing is ranges from 9th to 12th grade students at Cortez High School. And this is a subject and learner-centered curriculum where teachers prepare the materials to be tailored for each student. Teachers have a say in what they are teaching based on what they know about their students. This teacher-made material utilized in this specific subject area is ideal for realists because of the school's ability to teach this subject independently. The grading and the ELL leveling. So at Cortez High School in this district, students are graded on percentage-based American grading scale, which is the common A through F grading scale. The curriculum is based on state standards, and each ELL student is placed according to the proficiency on the Azella test. So in this district, we have 3 levels of ELL classes. Level 1 is the least English skills that students have. For example, students that arrive brand new into the country from other parts of the world. Level 2 are students who have about 1 to 2 years of English in an academic setting. So this will be considered the middle level. And level 3 is for students that are preparing to go into the mainstream classroom setting. So this would be the highest level out of the 3. Teachers create the assessments as well. Just as they create the materials in the curriculum, teachers are also create the assessments that the students take. ELL assessments are to prepare students for the Azella test, which is one of their main goals. Based on state statistics, in the school year of 2019-2020, 143 ELL students were tested at Cortez, and 22 of those tested proficient. So this is a 23.7 proficiency rate, which is higher than the state average of 23.2. And the purpose of the assessments is to make program and instructional decisions, but also to reflect the student growth in each subject matter, such as this one, which is ELL. And again, all assessments are created by teachers with collaboration of the students and other teachers around the district. So based on the aspects presented so far, our take on this analysis is that the curriculum at Cortez High School from the Glendale Union High School District contains a mixture of educational philosophies, including perennialism and essentialism. And as we move forward, the stakeholders who are most invested in the welfare and success of the Cortez student body includes, first of all, teachers. After that, we have the students themselves, then parents, and then we have the administrators as well.
So I'm going to talk about the issues that are found within the curriculum that maybe need additional support. So the first thing that's recognized is the lack of one-to-one technology for student success. So students have access to computers, but they are based out of computer carts. And it is based on availability, which makes it difficult for the teachers to remain consistent with their lesson planning when they have to basically hunt down a cart for computers to assist their students in the technology portions of the class. It would be difficult for the parents in the community to purchase their students' laptops, iPads, technology, because the average household median as of 2018 was $47,767, which is obviously not a whole lot for parents to pay for their living, on top of being able to pay for their students to have technology to use within their classrooms. Another issue was the teachers just aren't trained in the technology uses. So a lot of, older school teachers have decided that technology maybe isn't what they want to implement in the classroom, which can make it difficult in kind of breaking them in, understanding that technology is important, and also basically make it to where they understand why the use of technology in the training is important for them. Another issue was the lack of up-to-date text sets and material. So students should have a little bit more say in what they are reading, what keeps their interest. A teacher can definitely provide a text that is the base text for the lesson, but if students have access to other text sets and materials that help engage them in their learning, it can assist in students being more successful and maybe gaining a better understanding of what they're reading. The last thing that was an issue was definitely the lack of training and enrichment programs for new teachers or teachers that are new to teaching ELL. So I know in my district, we have now turned into every teacher is an SEI teacher teaching ELL students, which makes it difficult. If you've never taught ELL, you might be a 15-year teacher, but you have no experience in teaching students that maybe English is not their first language. So there needs to be that additional training before teachers are just thrown in front of students. And then there needs to be that ongoing training to make sure that teachers are staying consistent and up to date. So that way, when the AZELA testing does come around, the students have received the most information that can help them be successful in that AZELA testing. So some of the recommendations were to apply for the Verizon Innovating Learning Grant. So Verizon has a grant where they do give the 5th through 12th grade access to one-to-one technology. So students receive tablets. And the grant does pay fully for those tablets and the chargers. Also, they need to put money towards technology implementation. So that's those training programs to help teachers that maybe are a little bit resistant, or maybe they're not quite sure on how to utilize the technology appropriately. Having that money to help teachers learn how to implement it appropriately within the classroom would assist students in success. Another area is train the teachers on new innovative ways. So there's definitely a lot of programs out there that teachers can access, resources that can help with the engagement in their classroom. So having those trainings on some of those new innovative learning techniques can definitely assist teachers in the student engagement, which then helps the learning process overall. Another area is accessing the new text sets for students. So in my opinion, I think this should be a little bit more of a student choice. Students should be able to access materials that they're interested in. And if it relates to the text and it's current, then it is great to help them gain a better understanding. And research suggests that students that have access to these new text sets tend to do better in the reading and comprehension area of the classroom. And then lastly, the teacher enrichment training programs. I think that training should definitely be something that teachers consistently are going through, because obviously, as we've learned in this class, there's a continuous evolution of curriculum, and it's based on our students and their future jobs. So providing those training enrichment programs to make sure teachers are set up for success in their classroom is going to be super important. So some of the predictions, both positive and negative here, is the cost. So the negative side of that is technology can be very expensive, training can be expensive, And even if you get a grant to assist in the school program, there has to be a budget still put aside from the school to pay for repairs and lost items and maybe stolen items. So cost definitely can hinder the technology side of things. And also it can be expensive to train teachers and send them to the appropriate training programs. Another issue is we have a lot on our plates as teachers. So we already have to plan, we already have trainings, we already have grading to do, plus our own personal lives that we have. So having all of that on our plate, adding additional trainings can definitely make things feel more stressful, and training sometimes can be saw as negative to teachers just because it's like, you know, we have other things we would rather do and other things that we feel are a priority to take care of versus sitting in a training session. Student success. So here's the positive side. Better trained teachers means students get better lessons. So the more that we know and how to assist our students, the better we can assist them in the classroom. With the text sets, again, that can engage in the understanding for students and comprehension. Maybe there's a book that a student really connected with and it helped them relate to the main book of the set. You know, so if there's a couple different options that students can pick and choose from, they may be more likely to comprehend things and connect those texts to gain a better understanding. And then lastly, technology helps meet those new standards. We do have standards that require the integration of technology, and if students don't have access to that technology, then it would be difficult for them to meet those standards. So being able to bring that technology not only brings in innovation and creativity and engagement, but it also assists teachers to make sure that we are meeting the standards that we are required to meet in the state of Arizona. So these are our references for our curriculum analysis. And that is all we have for you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.